Well, British lawmakers have approved a new technique meant to keep genetic diseases from being passed from mother to child. And it sounds good, but opponents say the controversial method raises many ethical concerns and could one day lead to designer babies. Caitlin Burke has more.
It's a technique that allows babies to be created from the DNA of 3 people, 2 women and 1 man. This sets the stage for the UK to become the first country with a law that allows embryos to be modified this way.
This isn't genetic modification. We're not altering the nucleus. We're not altering those 50% of genes that come from each parent. It's 0.054% of the genome, and there are only 37 genes to give energy to the cell.
The technique requires an embryo to be altered before it's transferred into the mother, a move currently forbidden by British law. One House of British Parliament just approved the measure, and if the House of Lords also votes to allow it, the first baby with 3 biological parents could be born as early as next year. But candidates for these specially created babies must have a specific problem: faulty mitochondria.
When you have a baby and find out that your baby's ill or got something that you've got, and life expectancy for a child in mitochondria is very short, and I think that's devastating for a woman.
Mitochondria are structures outside the cell's nucleus that help produce energy for the cell. Mitochondrial defects can result in diseases like muscular dystrophy, heart, kidney, and liver failure, and severe muscle weakness. But opponents say the DNA swapping technique isn't safe or ethical. The group Human Genetics Alert says the move would open the door to further genetically modified children.
This would be the first time that we would intentionally manipulate the human genome. It's something that governments around the world have agreed for the last 20 years that we shouldn't do, and once you cross that line, then it's very hard to stop going down the slippery slope to designer babies.
The scientists behind the new technique say it would likely only be used in about a dozen British women every year. Caitlin Burke, CBN News.
We'll have more on this brave new world of creating babies in just a few minutes, taking a closer look at the new trend of young women freezing their eggs.